during the banquet, you guys all sat at different areas around the table, and I tried the best I could to role play 11 different NPCs having conversations with each other. I think it was actually not that bad. It's just if I could go back and do it, I would ask more questions so that you guys could say more. I tried though, but anyway, there was a variety of different game hooks. That was my way of introducing the game hooks, was to have you guys sit next to people you didn't know and overhear their conversations. One was about zombies, another one was about the Dark Dragon, the Underdark, and then the Sky Kingdom. And so the Sky Kingdom was the game hook that it seemed like everyone was picking. So we took Copperbelly, the guy who did the transport thing. You remember in Trigard,
the call box?
The call box operator. That you would pick up the phone and he would teleport you certain places. Well, he had a door.
Got drunk.
Yeah, he had a door that you guys opened that was into the sky, and just so happens to be that that's where they keep their ships. So King Lololo gave you a ship, and he gave these two other ships and told him to ride next to the airship and see you guys off. And that's pretty much where we came to. On the tabletop, I put a smaller version of the models for driving and stuff, and then I also put a larger model so that you guys could interact on the actual ship. And I put your models up there. So that's where we are. I figured out how to put D&D music in the background of tabletop so that we can have a little bit more immersion, Jake. Immersion. I did drop in to the Discord some some rules. So I was thinking that similar to the rules from the ship that you guys sailed on the sea, there will be similar rule types. You'll have to pick a captain. Then there's going to be a cloud reader, a storm hand, a skywrite, and the thunderbrand. So essentially, the cloud reader is a navigator. The storm hand will be the guy who does repair work. The skywrite will be the red shirt, essentially, for if you watch Star Trek, which is the engineer. And then the Thunderbrand will be more like the weapons. And obviously the captain is more of a crew thing. But the crew is important. Do you remember how many crew they gave you?
I do not remember the number. Let me see. Do I have it written down? No, I do not have it written down.
He gave you... I think he volunteered 6. So you're going to have 6 ball cultists. And the crew is important, especially on skyships, because there's going to be morale checks. So every now and then I'll ask for a morale check. I have the stat blocks for the ship, but you guys don't really know that much about the ship anyway. You just know that it's similar sailing and sails by some sort of magic. But that's where we are. You guys can interact with the crew he gave you for more information. That's it. So you guys are on this ship, sailing well above in the clouds, above Trigard, and that's where you're at right now. And then you have 6.
Cultists
1, 2,
with us.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6.
Well, we definitely need to find some more crew. Cultist number 3. Do you know where we might find some other crew members?
No, I don't. Well, I was told to come here. I am somewhat familiar with the duties of a ship, but I I don't really know I'm not your leader. The first thing we need to do is, well, who do we report to? You know, me and Steward here. He points to Cultist 2, Steward.
Well, you make a good point. Let's get names for everyone, since we're going to be having to deal with the whole ship here. So, what's your name?
Greek.
Greek?
My name is Greek. This is Steward. This is Matthew. Hello. Matthew speaks like that. This is Thompson with no H. And those two over there are brothers, twins. Stive and Evite. At your service. Now, which one of you gentlemen is the captain? He's the one who gives the orders. You tell us where to go, and we will obey, and so on and so forth. But we are working for you, not King Lololo. That's very important.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, we give us a moment. We'll figure out how we want to sort this out. It's new for the ship here, Greek. Well, why don't you guys just... I am one of the potential captains, so why don't you guys find some space down below, get yourself settled in, and meet us back up on the deck in a couple of minutes.
Very well. They're slowly going to make their way down to the ship, to, I guess, the quarters downstairs.
Alright, fellas. Who's a captain? Who's a cloud reader? Yeah, let's figure out some things.
I mean, I'm a robot.
Who's good at, like... Booter, you seem like the engines and that stuff is up your alley.
Sure.
So, Booterbot. So there are five crew.
Booterbot is definitely the Skywright.
The
engines, reroute the power, refuel the ship.
Yeah, okay.
Sounds good.
Tinker with crystals.
Yeah, the robot does these things. Tinkering with crystals.
Yeah, that's... okay. Which means that you're going to have important... That's funny. Okay. And, okay, so we got Booterbot. Now you do have
probably
the dwarf.
Like maybe the cloud reader.
Yeah, read magical weather. Or their druid, absolutely.
Right.
Okay, so you're going to be the...
Wind rituals.
Cloud reader is Sprock.
Rock.
The alien.
Chris,
Okay.
who are you playing right now?
I'm Sprock. No, I'm not Sprock. I'm Stag. I'm Stag. So, like, Stag lends himself to the captain personality.
Yeah. Stag is the captain.
Delivering speeches. Yeah,
I mean, he does have
this is going to be hilarious.
inspiring leader.
You just have to.
We need a Stormhand, and we need a Thunderbrand, and then we need like 10 extra people so that we actually have optimal crew.
Yeah. So you'll have to pick up. You'll have to pick up and negotiate. All right, and then you have
like a cook or a steward.
Well, Thunderbrand is definitely Turgan.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Who else is in our group right now? Still,
that's it. We need
Turgan.
one. So one of the crew members.
The spots is going to be open.
One of the crew members you'll have to.
We'll have to promote.
Yeah.
What happened to your character?
Who?
Collie.
Collie's left stating Triguard. She's
the
Is Matt
Night
coming back?
Marshal.
Matt's taking a break. Spots
We
are
could
open, though.
add one more person, I guess. I don't know who. I'm just saying broadly.
Yeah. Yes, of course we could. And we shall at some point. But until
I like
then,
the idea that we have to promote someone.
I do too.
Alrighty. Well, I think, like what Sprock said, is the first order of business is finding more people so we can get to an optimal crew. As we're looking at our Skyship for Dummies handbook that was given to us by Dimly Accent.
I can tell you what you would learn from that for dummies.
Yes. Oh, here we go. That's what I was looking for.
So
we
yeah, go
we
ahead.
need minimum 10.
That would be the skeletal.
Now that gets us to a light crew.
Yeah.
Not optimal, but so we need at least 4 to 6 more to get to barely a crew.
You have a light crew right now. You have 6.
No. Does that include us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then we have 11. So we're on a light crew. Okay.
Yep.
So we only need a few more.
Yeah. So with a light
And
crew,
we need food.
So with a light crew, you have your morale is at -1 every day. It goes down every day by 1. It's a scale of 5. So if you get down to 0, when you do a morale check, the chances of a mutiny are a lot higher. But when you get too many crew, same thing. So you want to keep it,
Optimal.
Yeah. Anyway, we can address that later. All right. So what you get from the knowledge that you're going to receive from your book isn't much. It's essentially what you have there.
Yeah, that's what I was.
It's like the stat block.
Yeah.
But the crew members are familiar with some of it.
Yeah. So Stag will, as they come back out, address them. Well, yes, we have made arrangements. I am Captain Stag.
Wait, did you call them?
Well, I told them to come back up after a couple minutes.
Oh, okay. So
whenever they come back up.
Greek is going to come out and say, "Hey, should we come back up, sir?"
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, great.
We'll
Boys, they figured out. Yes, they figured out the situation here. Come on up. Let's listen up. They put down their staffs.
And he'll begin an inspiring leader speech.
Wow.
Yes, my name is Captain Stag. Or actually, no. My name is Captain Seth Hartley. Let's do this right. And this over here is our cloud reader, Sprock. And our ship, our Skywrite, Booter bot. And our Thunderbrand, Kurgan. Welcome to our crew. We are going to have a really enjoyable time, and we want to make sure that you are able and feel comfortable communicating with us any issues or needs that you might have, and any wisdom that you might know that we could benefit from. We are planning to get plenty of food and other supplies. So if there's anything any of you would need before we take off and journey into these beautiful clouds, now would be the time to make those arrangements.
So you'll have a little bit of downtime, I'm assuming, right now. Just to start off. So we will. They will say, okay. So let me get this straight. Listen up, boys. Thompson is going to say, whatever Stag says goes. Booter, we're here to assist you with your needs. Some of our men know the ship well here. The Cloud Reader. The only thing I have to tell you about the clouds is they are deceiving sometimes. So be on the lookout for things. And they look over at Turgan, and they don't even they say hello, sir. And Turgan's just gonna sort of mind his own business and stare at the guns. During downtime, your crew can tend to things. They can rest. They can repair the hull with Booterbot's help. They can raise morale by bonding with the crew members like yourselves. They can help the navigator. Do things. Nice shirt, nice background. And then they can send messengers. We have pigeons, just in case. There are 6 pigeons. Actually, Chris, roll me a D8.
A D8. Where's my dice? Here. D8. A 3.
There are 3 birds downstairs we can use for communication purposes, to send for help. God forbid we get stuck somewhere and need assistance. But be on the lookout. There are pirates. It's just similar to what you'd see in the ocean out there, but
In the
we're
sky?
in the sky.
Like a sky pirate?
He says to Booterbot, Mr. Booter, your engine seems to be in good condition. We're running at a relative ease here, and we have Booterbot roll me a D20.
Is this for how many rats are going to be on board? $17.
We have 17 aetheryte crystals on board. So the
Great,
engine.
I say, not knowing what that means at all.
He says the aetheryte crystals, sir. If you come this way, he's going to bring you down into the ship engine room, and he's just going to show you one of the crystals, and he's going to say to you, the engine runs off of these aetheryte crystals, which are harvested in the clouds. We need them to run. Every action when the engine is asked to do something that's not normally done, it uses more of these crystals than we need. Firing our magical weapons uses the crystals as well. So we'll have to, in our voyage, figure out how to replenish the stock of crystals in order to move forward. Now, I would imagine that the Cloud Reader knows the way to where you guys are going. You let us know how we can assist you. Thank you very much.
My question to the crew member is, assuming we don't do anything crazy or use it for firing weapons, how long will 17 crystals last us?
One crystal gets us about 100 miles or so.
100?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's like there's a list. Where is it?
Yeah.
All right, great.
One aetheryte shard gets 100 miles of flight, or 1d6 random encounters. Refueling options is harvesting, which I guess is a survivor or a canna roll.
Yep.
Or at ports and sky cities, which is for purchase or trade. And sky slag. After 5 shards burned, eject waste crystal or lose 10 foot of movement until cleaned.
Fair. Greek. you seem to know a lot about the ship. About airships in general.
Indeed, sir.
Well, we do have one open spot that, a position of command that seems like you might be the right person for the job. And
Me?
Sprock will look around at the rest of the party. What do you think about Greek being our storm hand here? Keep the rest of these hooligans in line.
Yeah, he can be your number 2, as long as you keep an eye on him.
Oh, of course.
Greek says, "Oh, that's wonderful, lads. That's how you make it. See, I told you. That's how you make it. You have to be honest and earnest and put a good day's work in, and you get promoted. Hear, hear." They all. Let's see. There's only 5 of them, so a D10.
Well, and at this time, Stag will end his inspiring leader speech and grant up to 6 people, with just the 6 cultists, 16 temporary hit points, and they are inspired.
He says, "That's how you do it, boys. Hear, hear." And I rolled a 2 on this D10, so one of the crew members says, "Hear, hear," and the other ones have temporary hit points and feel inspired.
Stag's gonna pat Greek on the back. Well, we need to get this boat loaded up with food and water and all the supplies that we need. Take a nice, enjoyable journey.
So Greek is the
storm hand.
Storm hand. So
maintaining crew order.
Oh boy, that's hilarious. You heard it, boys.
Damage. Yeah.
You heard it, boys.
Intimidate lazy crew.
Oof. You heard it, boys. Get back to work now. Here, here, go, go. And the one crew member who is Matthew's going to be like, "Oh, I'm so happy that you made it. You really deserve it." And the other guy's going to slowly walk downstairs, sort of mumbling to themselves. All right, so that's the crew, and you guys are sailing. And I guess with your passive perception checks, you can see that the king has given you 2 ships next to you to sort of sail you out of the region with ease and protect you. And Jake, I guess you're going to be the one who's navigating.
Yeah, where are we going?
Yeah, where are you guys headed?
Is there some magical weather to be read?
Well,
how does one do that? Roll navigation, survival arcana, DC 15 to avoid next sky.
We'll get there. There's a lot of magic in the sky.
So we're looking to try and find the Sky Kingdom, right?
Yes.
Yep. We're trying to go to the Sky Kingdom because, was it the White Skull? Was that the idea?
Yeah, the White Skull. There's rumor of that up there with the Loxodon. The Sky Kingdom with the Loxodon. Alrighty. Well, where do we find? Did Lolo tell us where to find the Sky Kingdom?
Lolo. I don't
No,
think
he probably wouldn't.
No.
Well.
Where's that map?
Have a map?
Can I roll navigation?
Yes.
Alright. So survival arcana.
Wait, hold on.
Alright.
I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder and say, just remember what you learned. And give you some guidance.
So,
Like 500 years older than you.
I know. Not what I taught you. Remember what you've learned over these 500 years.
You know, maybe not everybody needs a speech.
I'm just going to kind of turn, look at him, and go back to what I was doing.
That's why it's only a D4.
I'm spinning my Arcana
okay.
at 25.
So you know that you're headed. You see the water below you. You see Trigard behind you. You're headed out over the water. You see open skies, and in front of you, you see these dark clouds that sort of make a belt around Trigard that you're headed towards, and they are vertically very, very tall and very, very, very wide. And you see with your Arcana check a little lightning flashing inside those dark clouds.
Okay.
They're circular shaped. So
we want to avoid those.
And so this is where we're going to get our how to navigate session.
Badge.
Yeah. So as you are, and that I don't think. I mean, you have your map. You're going to probably need. The crew will also be able to assist you with lore and world building assets, but you are getting closer and closer, and the ships next to you are going to speed up a little bit and blow their horn at you. And give me a wisdom check, Captain.
Oh, for me, wisdom check. Alrighty, it's not gonna be good. Nope, a 2. So a 4 total.
You don't. These horn blowing. You don't pay any mind to it. It seems
just so
like
excited about the clouds.
A normal thing.
Yep.
And you see the ships go up close to the first gray cloud, and they turn around and they stop. Now the ship has its own stat block, and it can move. Where the hell is that?
Here it is.
Yeah.
It can move 60 feet per round.
Yes. So we'll give it its own measurement. So you treat the ship like a creature, essentially.
Okay.
You built the small ship and the big ship? I'm confused.
So the small, yeah. So I put one big ship so we can role play and have our guys on it, and the smaller
small
ship
is
to fly. Yeah, yeah. And I'll put a fire on there if you need more immersion, Jake. Now, in order to steer,
It's a picture of Spags or something
where
that the ship is flying through right now.
Which one?
Oh, that's me. That's a picture of me.
Should
That's
be
amazing.
It should be Spags.
It
So
should be Spags. I agree.
I think the ship. Did I not?
Of all the people that like we could
I
name
saw all
Magic
your
Wand and add
composite
to this
photos
party,
last weekend.
I feel like adding Spags would be fucking hilarious.
That would be very funny and very painful.
Very painful.
He's very painful.
All right, so the ship has its own checks. It can brace for impact. You can do a hard turn. So all of those actions that the ship takes, as Greek was telling you, take a little bit of crystal power to do. So it's not normal for an airship to make a hard right. So as you guys come up straight towards this gray cloud, you're going to the horns on the two ships beside you are gonna beep again, and I mean,
What do
to
you think that could mean? Sprock, what do you see down there?
Don't head towards the 2 columns.
Oh,
There's lightning in there.
well, I'm just following what you're telling me to do.
Yeah, well, we're not heading towards them, right?
Okay. Well, I hope
Is that
not.
right, Spencer?
Oh, you gotta tell the crew what to do.
Yeah, I mean, after you gave me the report, I was
Yeah. So
sharing that, and we don't want to head towards them. I said there's lightning in them.
as you pass by the first one, you will feel static around you, and the dangers of it are not 100% clear. But as you get towards the middle, now you'll notice that there are more.
We want to navigate through and around them.
Right. Okay.
Hard turn is a DC 15 dex check. Fail is 1d10 damage.
Give me let's add another element to this. Give me, Jake, give me a D100. Let's fucking blast this thing open. I'm gonna regret doing this bad. The ships behind you turn around and start sailing backwards.
89.
89. That's hilarious. Alright, so you guys are slowly sort of making your way around these clouds, and getting through seems somewhat easily. And out of give me a perception check, everyone, group. This is so funny that you guys, you rolled this.
17.
14.
Okay.
A natural 20 for a 24.
A massive fairy dragon.
Fairy dragon?
Yep.
Their escorts just leave.
Yep. They're already heading out.
Can we get them on the radio? Is there a radio?
What's a radio?
Come back.
You see, give me a, I guess I'll just, give me I'll roll that. 11, I'll just add on. About 100 feet away is a massive fairy dragon, and it looks to be chasing a ball of lightning. Let's
watch.
Bra-cha-cha. It says. And it's just dancing around and chasing. Now, its perception check, I'm assuming these things are going to be able to... This is going to be hilarious.
It should be able to see an airship.
Yeah. It grabs the ball of electricity, gets electrocuted, and seems to be chewing it, and it turns and it sees you.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's hostile.
Yep.
Captain, do you want to?
Oh,
I don't know.
What is it? What is it doing?
Hand gestures. Peaceful hand gestures.
Is it just sitting there looking at us?
Yeah.
I'll walk over towards the edge and start playing a little tune on my... Which instrument do I have? My lute. Start playing a little tune. And... Oh, what is it called? I'll start my counter charm. As I wave and yell out, "Hello there. How are you doing this afternoon, evening?" And continue playing.
It's going to say, how do I get this thing to... It's going to say to you, 1d8. Sorry, it's just taking a second. It's going to say, when I narrate this story, what I'm doing in this song, sir, it makes me feel more epic. What do you think? Da 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 da.
We could workshop that. I have a couple... I am a performer myself, so I have a couple suggestions that might make it more exciting. How about sparks? And I'll prestidigitation some sparks in the air.
It gets a little bit shocked. How do you do those? What magic do you have that gives you such power like that? You small creatures shouldn't be wielding such powers. For I, the Alfredo the Yellow, have always wanted such powers for myself.
Oh, well, I heard if you need to learn it, well, you could be like me, and I went to college. I'm a bard. Or you could go to school, and be a wizard, and learn the spell that I did those sparks with. You could learn that at a wizard school.
Go to school. Go to school. He's gonna say, "Well, what have you gone to school, sir?"
Oh, me? I went to college for my performance. I am, as I said, I am a professionally trained bard, singing tales all across the lands, but primarily in Artemisia.
Well, what do you think about this song? He blows a strong blow, and this cloud slowly moves over, and the electricity is going to do some... Right before the dark cloud hits your deck, do you say anything? Do you do anything?
Is it gonna...
You notice, yeah, it's coming. The wind that the dragon just blew is pushing this dark electric cloud towards you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna stand basically on the edge of the ship facing the cloud, and when it gets, let's call it... Did we long rest have we rested at all since we got on the ship? I feel like we should have, by the way.
Well, we would have been rested when we did get on it. Are
you okay with that, Spencer?
Yeah, you guys will have... Yes, you will have long rested.
We rested before we went to the... Yes. We had our meal.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically I'm going to get on the... if the cloud's coming towards the ship, I'm going to get on the edge. And then when it gets within 15 feet, I will thunder wave it.
Okay. Okay.
Our ship also has a bunch of weapons.
Yes, it does.
Well, right now, let's just dispel the evil cloud of whatever that is and see what happens next. I don't know if we want to open fire on a large dragon.
in the air. I mean, Stag was close to doing that.
It's up to you guys. If you want to go for it, then sure. I was
No.
just trying to get rid of the cloud.
Well, does that get rid
what
of the
direction? What direction are you thunder waving? Because the thunder wave is just a big thing of air that you're shooting.
Away
So
from
now,
them.
Yeah,
So the
like
cloud-
just be, like push
Back-
the cloud away, or to
back
disperse
to the
cloud.
dragon.
so the cloud
Yeah.
is flowing back to the dragon, and he's going to say, "Whoa! You dare to send this back here?" He bites down on the electricity bolt as it hits him, and that gives him 2d8. He is going to take damage now. I don't know if that was a good thing. 8d6 lightning damage, but he's got to do a dex save. So that's 14.
He's gonna take 8d6.
He's going to fail. So taking 8d6 lightning damage, but I believe he's somewhat immune to that. He's going to
Is the
take some
damage from me
damage.
blowing the cloud at him? or
Yeah,
from
the
him
cloud
hitting lightning bolt?
exploded. The cloud exploded and it hits him.
Cool.
This big electric bolt of electricity shocks him, and he's going to take roll your damage. 8-6, and then you guys are all going to have to roll initiative.
Oh, fantastic.
Alright, should I roll 8d6s? Is that...
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alfredo the Yellow.
Alfredo.
Fool. I knew it was
25. 25 damage.
Okay. Ow! Alfredo does not take damage from such crafts like this. Let's see what you are made of. I could use a snack, though. And the ship has its own. The ship has its own initiative. The captain, you'll roll for that.
Okay. Are we ready for our initiative?
This is insane.
Oh,
Yep.
Wait. What is the ship's initiative? Just a flat roll?
Yeah.
I don't see a bonus. Okay.
Alfredo has an 18. Sprock, what is yours?
Mine is a 12.
16.
Stag is a 7.
Booter's a 12. 7 is Stag. And the ship?
Ship is 18.
Oh, tied with Alfredo. Ship goes first.
Ship attack.
Yeah, I mean, what do we want to have the ship do?
Start circling around. Give us an angle to shoot and a view of them. Or do you want to start going straight at them?
Gale lances. Misfire nets. Cloud pierces. Or thunderbolt cannons. Thunderbolt cannons.
Oh, we put some nets on him. He'll fall all the way down
The crew is going to go at 10.
at 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the damages it restrains.
Do we want him to fall, or do we want to just...
Well, if he falls, he's going to take a lot of damage. And we can get out of there.
Alright, let's use the net.
Do you think that we need to run from this guy? I mean, I'm open to it.
I don't know. We can volley. But yeah, let's just circle at him. See what he does. See how tough he is. And we got our bomb if we need it.
So what's your
Sure.
move?
Yeah, the ship is just gonna start circling around in a fighting posture. Moving at 60 feet. Oop, shoot. just keeping a steady cruise, keeping us out of any other dark clouds. That's the ship.
Okay.
I don't think we want to burn anything else right now, do we?
Like, the only
Like
thing is that do we want to burn some crystals on shooting this guy?
I'd say let's just see how tough he is first.
Okay.
He is going to say to you, he's going to exhale a puff of euphoria gas. So he's going to say, "That's it, Alfredo's had enough." And the dragon exhales a puff of euphoria gas at one creature within 5 feet of it. So he's going to fly over, and he's going to exhale directly at, I guess, Booterbot, the one who did the shebang. And he's going to... You must succeed a wisdom save, a DC saving throw.
Me?
Yep.
I got 13.
You...
I have, wait a minute. I have,
Flash of Genius.
yes, I'm looking for it. Yeah, I have Flash of Genius to give myself +4, so now it's 17.
Okay, so you pass.
Sweet.
That was it. That's going to be his turn. So this big puff of dragon euphoria gas comes out, and it hits you, and nothing seems to happen. Your behavior seems to be normal, and the target can't take reactions. Yeah, there's no negative here. So this gas just covers the ship in your area, and you're a little bit limited. It is Sprock's turn. Limited visually. You can't see a lot. That's all.
Limited.
Like he's not able to see much.
All right. Maybe I can thunder wave him. Can I put him in a... Well, he's already... Yeah, let's thunder wave him.
Alright.
Let's get him.
Come on, roll. What's wrong? That's the damage.
Well, he needs to make a wisdom save. Or no, Thunder Wave is...
Con save.
Con
16,
save.
right? What does he roll?
16.
Thunder Wave.
How
He
much?
has a 16.
Oh, then I guess that saves, right?
He still takes half damage.
Half of 9.
So we'll just say 5. Alfredo! It's Booterbot's turn. Wait,
Alright.
is that your full turn? You're gonna try to eat his brain?
No, I'll leave that as my full turn.
Okay. Booterbot.
Yep. I am going to cast... Like, he's just, like, away from the boat, yeah?
Yeah, he's like, he's got a long neck, so he can come in, but I would say he's about 5 to 10
I'll
feet
do a
away.
lightning bolt on him. Lightning bolt. So, as I've decided is the way that I do this, I unlock the chest plate and like overcharge the core of my robot self and fire a lightning bolt out at him. And it is 30 damage.
Well. This is getting too much for me. You see? The crew members. What's happening up here? Oh my god, a dragon! The Greek is gonna say, crew members, arm the cannons, get ready to fight. The crew members are gonna run over for their turn and arm the cannons. And Stag, that's your turn. And the crew members are gonna have a plus on their next check if they need it because of the storm hand?
The storm hand.
Storm hand, yeah.
Well done there, Greek. Keep it up. We got this, and he'll step within 30 feet of this dragon, and I will cast. Pick up my club, and I'll swing it in the air, and you see a bunch of other illusory clubs start swinging in the air all around him. And I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike. And typically I can hit up to 5 creatures, but we only have the 1. So, does a 25 hit this guy?
Yes.
A 25 hits him? Okay. So then he takes 26 force damage from these illusory clubs that come swinging around that materialize just as they hit him.
26?
26.
The dragon is bleeding profusely. Gosh.
And I'll turn to Booter. And where is it? Say, you know what to do. Actually, wait, who's next? Turgan is next?
Yeah, I was gonna say not me.
Turgan's not. Turgan's part of it.
Turgan's not here.
It's the ship's turn.
Ship. And then, well, I see you protecting us. Booter, keep doing what you're doing and do it with style. I'll give you a bardic inspiration.
All right.
You can add a D10 to one of your rolls. And let me know when you do, because something fun happens. And that's my turn.
That's hilarious. The ship for actions. The ship can. Where the hell?
Can brace for impact,
Yeah.
hard turn, power burn, Skyfire barrage.
Yeah.
I think now, since we're in a fight with it and it's up close, I think now it's when we do the barrage.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Let's see what this ship has. The crew is at the stations.
Wow. All right, so you have 5 crew members, and Turgan.
Yeah.
And they're going to shoot. Well, I guess they have 4 gunners. Here we go. You have 2 Thunderbolt cannons, 2 Cloud Piercers, 1 net, and 2 Gale Lances. So
all of them go off once?
We could...
Oh, no, that would be a lot of crystals.
Yes.
Oh. Do I want...
The Thunderbolt...
Is it like magic cannons or bust? We can't just fire like a gunpowder round or something?
I think so. But we don't have to fight with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
We can just have it cruise around us. Because
Yeah.
not all the actions take the crystals, right?
Just the movement, but it, doesn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we don't want disadvantage on that. I think it would just
You could
keep
ram
doing
it.
what it's doing.
You could ram it. Just
No.
continue floating.
Just continue floating, trying to circle it.
Alfredo.
Behind it.
Alfredo is going to shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink down to his normal size. And he's going to say, Alfredo the Yellow is just hungry. Please, just a snack and I will let you guys go.
I mean,
Perhaps, please don't kill me. I can give you, I'll answer a question or two for you. But
Oh.
I just need a piece of food. I'm starving. Don't
What
kill
do
me.
you eat?
I
What
don't.
kind of food?
I'm not used to dealing with your types of people. Anything. I'll take anything. I love people food. You land dwellers have delicious foods.
I'll pull a ration out and can you catch?
Sure.
And I'll hold it up and like play with it like I would
He's the
a
dog.
pet, a dog.
Yeah.
Oh, one side, the other. Ready? And I'll chuck it as far as I can, which is not far, probably. With my horrible strength.
And, yeah.
Actually, do my athletics. Take my nope. God. I rolled a 2 for a 3. So it dribbles off the edge, barely gets off the deck.
He's gonna swoop down and with an 11 plus he's gotta get 15. Hey, with a 16! Gets it right at his tongue. Nom 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 nom. Thank you
Nice.
so much. Now for sparing my life, I will answer you one question. How can I help you? Please. Please.
I think
us
the
fairy
big question
dragons
we
are
have
not
now
dangerous.
especially from someone who's flying through here, is how might we find the Sky Kingdom?
Sky Kingdom, Sky Kingdom.
With the Loxodon.
Loxodons. Years and years ago, I saw an island. This has got to be years ago. I saw an island in the shape of a tusk floating. It was floating over near the Arctic shores. And since you guys are, we got to get you guys the map. The Arctic shores. He's going to say floating near the Arctic shores.
Okay.
Before you go, I just want to say one thing to you, and that is a joke. Why don't dragons like fast food? Because they can't catch it. And he turns invisible and he flies away. Ha ha ha.
Okay.
I just read that in the. I just read that they like jokes. These fairy dragons.
Fairy dragons.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've been fighting too long for me to get that joke. Well, Sprock, now we know we have a reference point. The Arctic shores.
Yes. Let's go towards the Arctic shores.
You are going to have with you, did they give you a map? No.
I think we would have a map of.
We
we wouldn't have a map of the world.
On the So you need the Arctic shores. All right.
It's like, see you later.
Yeah.
Well, would there be a general map of the land masses
Yes.
of the world on the
Yes.
boat?
Yeah. Which is essentially the map I sent in the
Okay.
in the Discord.
Perfect. So let's roll out the map and start drawing and pointing where things are out with everyone, or with the officers, with Greek with us while everyone else is working. So let's find these Arctic shores. And where's the maps?
It is not
Map. Arctic shores. Where the heck? Oh, up.
I don't see it anywhere.
Well, it looks like there's some snow up north. Maybe let's just head that way. We're right near Trigard now. Oh, is there a scale on... How long does it look like it would take us to get north of the landmass?
We gotta think that is.
How many crystals?
I mean, it's 100 miles, but you're also in the sky, though. So, right? Doesn't that? Probably. Like, how far would going down to Florida take? Probably like. How far is that?
I have no idea, but it's like 2,000 miles.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe 1,000 miles.
Let's
1,000
say
miles.
let's say 1,000. 10 crystals.
10 crystals?
Yeah.
Oh,
Block.
let's look in that logbook.
It's like 2 days.
Well, we only have 17 crystals. We don't have enough to get back.
Yeah, but you can mine them.
Yeah, well, let's figure out where we can mine some.
It's just a roll and an action, I guess, like a movement action or something. I don't know.
I think it's more than that.
Yeah. Well, let's start heading in that direction and see if we can mine some crystals along the way.
Okay.
All right, Greek, give this old girl a full once over and a full report of what repairs we need to have made, so that when we take a stop, we can have this boat ship shape.
Greek's gonna say, yes, sir. So, I don't think the ship took any damage, right?
No,
So...
I'm just trying to keep him busy.
Yeah. Let's see, where did I put that? Well, I'll get the map out for you guys. Here we go. Yeah. I'll get the map up on the thing next time.
Okay.
Alright, well, you guys are stuck in this circle now. And you guys were headed away from Trigard, so you're headed, if you look at the map, you were headed northwest. Yeah, northwest.
Okay.
So we'll turn and start going more north,
Okay.
I guess.
We want to travel across, like, north, the western coast.
Yeah, you want to go north east, so you're going to turn. So you're going like that way, so you're going to want to go.
It's like hug the coast until we can't any further. And keep going north.
All right. Okay, so you guys are going to travel that way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the... Give me a... As you guys are traveling, I'm just going to bring it all back here. You're following the coast, and... Jake, give me a roll for... see what kind of weather we got.
We got D20.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a short rest while we're cruising?
7.
Yes. 7. I gotta find out where my roll here is. This is probably it. Yep. Alright. Sorry, give me a second. Getting back into the DM things, this is just brutal. Okay, what'd you roll? A 7?
Yep.
Wow, okay. As you guys are, this is hilarious. Just what I needed, just what I wanted. Thanks, Jake. As you guys are traveling, it's been about 4 hours for that short break you wanted. You start seeing these cloud formations around you, very similar to that of the electric fields, dark clouds, really dark clouds, and they start to form an entire. The ship starts to enter. Going straight, it starts to enter a massive cloud formation, reveals itself with natural corridors like a maze. Pilots must navigate and risk getting turned around. That's hilarious.
Whoa.
I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but let me just go ahead and do it. There's a huge wall of dark clouds, and there's one, essentially a trail. Think the Artemisarian Forest, and it's just one massive trail of just darkness, dark clouds full of rain. And as you get there, it looks like the clouds are forming some sort of wall.
Does it look like if we go in, we'll be trapped inside of it? Any doors are gonna close behind us?
I don't know.
But not. Are there any that we could see?
Give me
That look
a
visible?
perception check, Jake.
Jake, the
22.
navigator.
22.
You see something magical about this, obviously. These clouds are forming this large labyrinth structure. It looks like up ahead of you there's a left. Below you, you see the sea. Above you, you can see, I guess it would be night. It's starting to set, the sun. You can see up above you clear skies all the way up, but these large walls of clouds with those electric pulsating around you. And that's what you see. I don't know if that was the best description, but...
Okay. So, are we going too fast to avoid this?
Traveling at normal speed, as you requested.
Yep.
I mean, we're going too fast.
Do we want to do a hard turn? One of our moves that we can do.
Do we want to go in? I mean, we could do a hard turn.
It just depends. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go in, we could do it.
Does it look cool inside?
It seems as you get towards the entrance and the clouds start to form around you, it doesn't seem like a dark thundercloud nor a light and wisp like the white clouds that you normally see. None of this, it does seem, however, built and architecturally. Towers of vapor spiral skywards like cathedral spires. Long corridors of mist extend into the horizon like hallways made of fog. There's a stillness in the air. You guys feel this eerie stillness.
This place seems worth checking out, maybe. Maybe
Oh.
we slow down a little bit so we don't accidentally run into a wall. We have time to do the hard turn if we need to. Yeah, let's try and slow us down a little and then maybe check out what's in here.
All right, reducing the impulse power.
All right.
Thank
so
you.
You guys come to a thing. The Greek is gonna say, "What would you like for us to do, Captain?"
Just hunker down a little bit. Just make sure nothing's loose on deck, and be ready.
Okay. Aye, aye. So what are you guys doing? You guys going straight in?
Yep.
Okay.
YOLO.
Gently.
That's hilarious. Okay. Every 10 minutes. So Jake, give me a wisdom save. Survival.
Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
22.
You're able to articulate, and you see that it's hard to navigate. Everything seems to be awfully familiar as it gets around you. You do get a sense that keeping your direction is important here.
Okay.
You have a hard left coming if the ship continues to go straight.
Well, I mean,
Is there any way for us to slow down and make it
yeah,
regular
slow
left,
down
or
and
not
make it
really?
less hard.
I mean, we're going impulse speed now.
So
I mean-
this. Yeah, I guess if you're going super slow.
Do we have oars on this boat? Can we slowly paddle our way through?
Hard turn is DC 15 dex check to dodge.
Thank you.
Fail is 1d10 damage.
Yeah. But I think you're going so slow that you wouldn't need to use the power of it. But you
Alright.
will need to use the crew, though, to do so.
Okay.
As you guys get to the corner, you will have to roll. I guess it's going to be a dex. The whole crew is going to have to do it. Do they still have your plus?
They
Your-
have that's temporary HP, and they still have it. Yes.
Okay. Ready for you, Captain.
Alrighty. Let's slowly ease this old girl around this bend.
They're all gonna pull the sheets as hard as they can, and the crew is going to roll a 14 strength check.
Yes.
And
go.
That's gonna give us just a generic occultist. It is I think they succeed. And they're gonna lean back and they're gonna do it and they're gonna succeed, and the ship is gonna turn around the corner. And as you guys start going forward, Booterbot roll me a d20.
Just a regular one?
Mhm.
17.
You guys are going to come across. Fucking A. Where the hell these things go? There we go. What'd you get?
17.
17. The ship hits a patch of clouds, no shit, with a strange resistance. Suddenly, everyone is smacked with invisible soft pillows. Poof, poof, poof. Poof, poof. And you hear the noise, Ognot. Ha ha ha. Ognot. Ha ha ha. Let's see. Jake, give me a perception check.
Which of us does the perception check, sorry?
Jake does.
16.
Oh, yeah.
You see the shadows when the electricity flares up in one of the dark clouds. You see the outline of a large being. Ognot, ha ha ha! And then your bodies feel the hit of invisible pillows.
Okay.
You guys are coming up towards the next turn. As you get there, the clouds thin, the walls thin down, making it tighter. You can smell and sense the clouds are full of what tastes like rain to you.
Ah, beautiful up here. Just keep it steady, Greek. Keep everything just like how you're doing it. We'll keep pushing on.
There's another hard turn coming up.
Yep, this one I think we're gonna have to use our ability. Alrighty, everyone. Got a bigger hard turn coming up. Hold on. And we all make dex checks. Where's me? The saving throw?
So you're gonna use
Okay.
how are you gonna
I'm gonna
do
use
this?
the action, the ship action, hard turn.
Okay.
I got a 19. I'm rocking it right now.
Where's the ship?
Oh, I am terrible. I got a 6.
Where the hell is the ship action? Maybe I don't have it.
The ship mechanics.
Oh shit, yeah. Sorry. Duh. Okay. And so the brace for impact, hard turn, dex save. Okay, so you guys, what'd you guys get?
It's a dex save or a dex check?
It's a dex check, sorry.
Okay. I got a 6.
Great. And who's
Yep.
rolling that? Does it say? Ship actions. It's just the ship, actually. So the ship is going to turn on its turn, and it's going to fail. And it's going to hit the side of... actually, what happens is, this is even worse for you. It fails its turn because you're using one of its powers, right? Your hard turn dex to dodge, fail, take 2d damage. So it's going to run into one of the clouds, taking the lightning damage of since it failed the save. You don't have to throw that again. I guess the ship has to do another saving throw to take lightning damage. Is that right?
Yeah.
No, I think it just takes it. Takes the 1d10 of damage.
All right. Oh, the ship just gets it. So you failed it, and the ship is then going to start coasting towards the ship. Okay, so it takes 1d10. Ship takes 6 damage, and I think your ship is going to run into the cloud now. And now the ship has to take a dex save. So you can... I think the way that's supposed to work is it takes its... You can try to do the dex again with the ship to dodge it, take half, or you can just take it, I think. But that's going to require the crew. Can't leave the crew out.
Well, try and save it. Does it burn a crystal to do a hard turn?
Yes, I believe it does.
No, it just was a save or something.
Well, you're going so slow though that probably not. I wouldn't imagine that's a. It's just the guys on the ship trying to make it.
All right,
so,
hard turn away from the clouds.
A hard turn. Who's going to roll for the ship?
DC 15 dex check to dodge. Fail, a hard turn is a 1d10 damage.
I'll roll for the ship.
The ship is hold on. The ship is going into the cloud. It's not. You have to do your DC dex save, but it's going to be more than D10 because now you're hitting the cloud, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. That's the ship. The ship failed. The ship got an 8.
That's great. So now the ship is going to take D10, 1d10, and hit. Well, you're lucky it got a 1. And then if you guys want to make any suggestions to the ship mechanics to make the sailing faster, we can do that too. And the ship is going to take 8d6. Oh boy.
Oh, word.
Word, yo. Word up to you.
And it's
37.
Weakness is lightning, so it's doubled.
74. Poof!
70.
Boom!
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Boom! This cloud explodes. Raindrops everywhere. And the ship is... Pieces of wood go flying off. The ship comes to a halt. The crew says, "Woof! What is happening?" Greek says, "Get back to your stations, men. Grab those clouds. Grab those ropes." And Chris, roll me a D20.
D20. Let's go. A 15. Now I roll well.
15. Alright, so that's 10, 15. Wow. That's hilarious. I'm going to kill you guys before this even stops. 10 goblins on rickety gliders launch from where they are from. So you peer around the corner as the ship gets a big bang. You look to your right, and you guys all see some movement. And we get goblin. You see 10 goblins on small little gliders coming down the other way. The other hallway, I guess, essentially, of the cloud area. There's going to be 2 on each glider. One of these figurines is going to represent 2. And they're on rickety gliders, and they're yelling, "Skyrights! Skyrights! Skyrights!" And they're hurling bombs made out of beehives. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Absolutely.
14.
8.
21.
They're gonna go at 6. 21 for for Stag.
Yep. And the ship is
Booter got an 8.
Ace.
Sprock, what'd you get? Sprock got something else. Stag got an
ship is a 6.
6 is ship. I guess I'll do the. Oh, this is a 9. This is the goblins that go at a 9. Sprock, what'd you get? You probably got
8.
You got an 8 as well. Okay, Stag, what are you gonna do?
Oh.
So about how far are these goblins out?
Let's see where I put them. These goblins are 17. Let's call it. So 17 inches was what, 30?
4 feet.
17 times 5.
Yeah, I don't know. 60 feet, 70 feet.
85 feet.
Yeah.
That's within 120, so that's fine. So Stag is going to look out into the center of where these goblins are and reach out his hand, start playing a tune, and a little disco ball starts to form in the middle of the air. I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern right in the center of all those goblins. If they're within a 30-foot cube.
Okay. They have to be within a 30-foot cube?
Yeah, well, I'm going to create a 30-foot cube around the goblins on gliders as best I can.
Okay.
Trying to get as many of them in it as I can. And this disco ball starts to spiral and swirl and spark out colors. And each of them needs to make a wisdom saving throw. DC 16.
I'll say you get these 4. Oops.
Okay.
Just put them over here.
And any who fail become charmed. And while charmed, they're incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
Wow.
Incapacitated.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
All right.
Let me read this.
Are they all going to drop?
They can't take any actions or reactions, so they just continue gliding.
Yeah.
Forevermore into the clouds.
That's so funny. Okay.
So
what's the roll?
DC 16.
Wow. What kind of wisdom?
Wisdom, yes.
Oh my god, they're terrible. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is going. Wow, he hit a nat 20. He hit a nat 20, which makes it a 19. So this guy is fine. 2 gets a 9.
Fails.
So he is going to glide. All right, I'm just going to change these guys' colors to purple. The ones that 3. 3 also fails with an 8.
Nice.
And 4 gets a 2. He got a 1. Their wisdom is not very high. All right, let's
go.
Boom, boom, boom. It's the Sprock. What'd you get? What'd you get on your roll? Sorry, I forgot to write that down. You got a 6.
8.
An 8? Okay.
And bonus action, Bardic Inspiration to Booterbot. D10 to you, sir. And that's it.
The Greek is going to yell, "Man the battleships again! Man the battleships!" If you want them to do something else besides run to their cannons, you let me know. The goblins, this guy is going to just go straight. And how long are they mesmerized?
They're incapacitated for a minute.
Wow.
Or until they take damage.
Wow.
Or are shaken free from.
So They don't have a. Alright, these guys are going to.
Or someone uses their action to shake them out of the stupor, or they take damage.
Alright. These guys are going to roll, I guess, their perception checks. And they have a 12. They are not. Well, 14. Goblin 6 is going to look over and see that they are flying not in the right direction, but he's not intelligent enough to make any sort of decision yet as to whether or not to wake them up. These two are going to throw their bombs made of beehives. They're going to shoot 2 at the ship, and does an 8 hit the ship? I highly doubt it.
It does not.
So this
AC of 15.
boom, boom, these beehives hit the ship. One lands on the deck, and bees flail around and fly off. That is going to be the goblin's turn. Booterbot, you're up. These guys are actually
alright.
moved closer.
So, like, these little goblins are not scaring me that much. So, a bunch of them are falling right now? Is that what's going on?
Chris has essentially knocked them out on their
Stunned them, so they're
ship.
But are they like falling to their death, or they're still gliding?
They're just gliding.
Yeah, they can't take an action or a reaction, so they're just continuing to do what they're doing, flying straight into the clouds.
Okay. Are they versus where the ship is? Are they like spread out, or are they like?
There are two. There are 2 on the right side. Yeah, they're close to each other. They're about 30. About 8 times 5, 40 feet away from the ship.
All right. I'm gonna take my laser pistol out of my holster
There we go.
and laser
Finally!
pistol the
Finally!
goblin.
Finally!
Pop.
Where is this laser pistol anyway?
Can I put a small booterbot on that ship? Let's see.
There we go. Laser pistol. So it does 3d6 radiant damage.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's pretty decent.
But do you have to... how far? What's the distance?
40 foot to 120 foot.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. That's nice.
And what's the hit?
It doesn't say. It just says attack type ranged.
Oh, there's no... You don't have to roll for an armor class. It just hits?
I mean... I mean, it's hard to say. Let me, like, equip it, I guess. And then let me see if I... Okay, so it's +4 to hit, but I do have to roll for it. So let me do that now.
Sure.
Shoot, I get a 20.
Okay. Those both... Yeah, they both hit.
So, yeah. I do 10 damage. And then I have a second attack for action. Do I roll to hit again?
Is that an area hit, or did you just do...
It looks like it's just to one guy.
So
Yeah.
this ship explodes. This guy, with one of them, the driver is going to fall off, and the ship is going to start heading down.
And then I'll shoot the other best person for me to shoot, like driver, I guess.
Okay.
If there's a second driver.
Yeah.
So for that one, I rolled a 9. I don't know if that hit.
That does not hit.
Alright, so the shot goes kind of past him. But one's a good start.
How far out does the bullet go?
120 feet.
you hear in the distance and see in the distance, and a big smell of water as the thing hits a cloud in the distance, 120 feet away. Sprock, you're up. That's your turn, Bootabot?
Yep.
Can I have the ship attack?
On the
ship
ship's
has its own
turn.
turn, right?
On the ship's turn, yeah. The ship goes right after you, though.
Great. What are those rolls? Isn't there something about preparing the ship for...
Brace for impact.
That's brace for impact. But we're not moving anymore, are we?
I don't.
Not at any significant speed.
No.
Yeah. Alright, I'll just hit him in the meantime. Something.
You're gonna shoot a ship weapon?
Well, I can't shoot a ship weapon until the ship's turn, right?
Oh, yeah. All right. So that's gonna be that's right next. You can control that turn, but go ahead.
Okay. I'll control that turn.
You're not gonna do anything with Sprock?
Yeah.
What are you doing, big guy? Just gonna slam him?
Yeah, I'll do Insect Plague. Constitution saving throw. Roll it.
Oh boy. Oh god. Constitution save.
Let's go.
8.
It needed to be 16.
Nice.
Swarming locusts filled with rage descended on them.
This is not good. You guys have handled these guys pretty well here.
Oh, damage was shit.
What?
4d10 came to 10 points.
One of them drops dead and falls off. Roll me a d6, Jake, to see which one. Driver or gunner?
3.
The driver, another one, falls off, and the gunner is trying to make a dex save, and that's another fucking fail. Wow. And this guy is gonna go crashing down below into nowhere. Okay, the ship's turn. We're gonna yeah.
Are we needed to brace?
No, we don't need to brace. I think we just need to use his weapons.
Do we need to use our weapons?
Why not?
You have
Because they're expensive.
we're ready to shoot, sir, whenever you're ready. You have one guy is dead, another one is falling down. These guys are going to be, if crashing into the wall, I don't think they're going to survive the crash. So that's
Well, just try to keep avoiding the walls.
and keep going.
And keep going. Nice and easy. Avoid those goblins. Let them keep on their way. They're nice and friendly.
As you sail into the open area, you're going to see these goblins. They're going to take, wow, just like they don't even have a dex save because they're flying blind, right? Chris, you sort of they're going to hit those. They're going to hit those clouds.
Yeah,
I mean they just can't.
Yeah, they can't move.
So
they
all take D. They only have 7 hit points. So they're all going to take D68. They just explode. It's
perfect.
Very well done. Very well done. You get to the opening here. You're in the middle of a labyrinth. We're going to roll one more encounter, and as that encounter comes, we're going to end for the evening. Roll me a Jake. Roll me a D10. Remember, the goblins were yelling. Skyrights.
3.
Skyrights. And you just killed a bunch of like very friendly goblins. 3. You come across, as you make your turn, you find a large ship, and
Whoa.
from your as you make your turn, you see a ship, and on the right side of it, it's yelled in red lettering. It says "Mary Minnow," and you see some people on board. They're all dressed in weird clothing, and they say, and we're all sort of like sleeping and resting, and they all sort of stand up and look at you. And one of them has a hat and is also a Minotaur. Oh no, I'm sorry, a Centaur. And I will spend the next 2 weeks world building that guy's story. That's where we are
Nice.
going to call it for the evening.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Roll high, subscribe, hit that button, give us some likes, share. Goodbye.